My name is Lynn Frohnmayer, and my husband, David Frohnmayer, and I started the Fanconi Anemia Research Fund way back in 1989. When we started our research fund, the primary cause of death, patients who had Fanconi anemia, was bone marrow failure. So it made sense to call this organization the Fanconi Anemia Research Fund. We began by investing a lot of money in improving bone marrow transplant outcomes. And we've gone over these years from a success rate of about 15% to today 95%. And as a result of that huge transformation, patients are no longer usually dying in the first or second decade of life. Now they're reaching adulthood, and we are realizing to our dismay that we have a second problem, another shoe has fallen, and that is cancer. And that's why it makes so much sense to us to rename our organization and to focus on the problem of cancer.
So my name is John Wagner at the University of Minnesota, and I take care of many patients with Fanconi anemia. What we're always trying to do is trying to prevent the complications that would be common in patients with Fanconi anemia. We try to figure out how to prevent bone marrow failure, how to prevent leukemia, in addition to how we prevent cancer later in life. So for the new family, cancer is not the immediate problem. It's more the bone marrow abnormalities that might occur. But what we're trying to do now is to set a new paradigm of how we reduce the risk of cancer later in life. So I want you to be reassured, that this is the organization that is going to tackle all aspects of Fanconi anemia, but cancer is our biggest complication that we have to tackle today.
I'm really excited about this next chapter. I'd like all of our patients and families to know that our direction hasn't changed. We're here to support you, and we will continue to do that in the best way possible.
This doesn't represent a change in the way that we think about funding the projects, programs, and research that we have been when we were FARF. This represents a new way for us to talk and communicate to people about what this disease is, how it impacts us, and the path forward. So we'll absolutely still be funding, mental health research, psychosocial. We'll still be funding, stem cell transplant research.
We are just not focusing just on the major problems that we have in our own countries, but we also focus on something that is really, it's an unsolved problem. That's the diagnosis of cancer, and prevention and diagnosis of cancer.